Welcome to the stream, everyone. My name is Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Oh, man, what a great weekend it was for MAGA, for President Trump, and of course the whole country, because what's good for President Trump is good for America. And this trip to Iowa to the football game is just beautiful. And I want to go through some of the stories about President Trump's trip to the football game in Iowa over the weekend, which was beautiful. I mean, he was treated like the rock star that he is, and you get to see him in like real life as opposed to this Trump-hating, corrupt filter of the uniparty, of Ron DeSantis' surrogates and the Democrats and the fake news media, and it's just great stuff. So I really enjoyed it. I watched it all day long yesterday on Right Side Broadcasting, and Brian Glenn on Right Side Broadcasting doing such a great job. Welcome, everyone. Just having some coffee. And I loved it when he was at the frat house and flipping hamburgers on the grill. He was throwing footballs. And, you know, when Trump was throwing footballs yesterday, he actually knows how to throw a football properly and can just do it on the cuff. He doesn't have to practice and rehearse for weeks and months before. And he looks like in this picture, he looks super cool when he's throwing the football because he does it right. As opposed to Kamala, who goes to celebrate the 50th anniversary of hip-hop and looks like some drunk lawyer at some sleazy law firm who can't bust a move. She dances like Elaine in Seinfeld. So let me go through some of these stories. And by the way, if you're watching the stream live, I'll take your calls live right here on the stream. When I'm streaming live, I take calls. The number is toll-free. I have it pinned at the top of the chat. But the number is toll-free, 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. Let's start with Breitbart, though, because I like Breitbart. Trump rocks Iowa State game, parties with frat, flips burgers, and throws footballs. I love it. This is awesome stuff. President Donald Trump was the center of attention in the Hawkeye State on Saturday. Now, remember yesterday, on my stream yesterday, I had all these fake headlines that Ron DeSantis, who really needs to lose some weight, I saw him there, he's looking fat. I guess all the stress is getting to him, and he's seeking counseling through eating. But the Ron DeSantis team started this fake narrative that NBC News is assisting them on trying to get out there, but it's hard to start a narrative on MSNBC because MSNBC has no viewers to get a rumor going. But they're trying to get this fake narrative going in the DeSantis camp that Trump has no game in Iowa. He's done. We're gonna win. We've been there. We're gonna win. Give me a break. So anyway, President Donald Trump was at the center of attention in the Hawkeye State on Saturday as the leading GOP candidate for president in 2024 partied with an Iowa State fraternity, flipped burgers, and even threw footballs into the crowd of those who gathered to see him. Iowa State University, based in Ames, Iowa, faced off Saturday against in-state rival University of Iowa in Ames. Before the game, Trump visited the Alpha Gamma Rho Agriculture Fraternity House, where he threw footballs, lined up on a beer pong table, into the crowd of those gathered to see him. And this goes into one of those things where Donald Trump is like the blue-collar billionaire, right? He fits in with everyone. He's very comfortable. He's down to earth, as opposed to like these other candidates like Ron DeSantis and others who are so wooden and fake. Okay, I have been rehearsing. I am down with the common people. Okay, hello. They look like jerks. But Donald Trump fits right in. I'm behind on my coffee this morning, guys, so bear with me. I'm addicted to coffee like Hunter is addicted to crack and hookers. Difference is mine's legal, okay? All right, let's get through this. A huge crowd was waiting for him, and here he is. This is when he was walking through. This is when he came out of the fraternity house. And this guy here is a Secret Service guy who's dressed up like a college kid. Which I thought was pretty funny. Look at this. Here's President Trump at the grill, flipping burgers, doing everything. Then he goes and tosses the footballs. This was just amazing. Here he is inside the fraternity house, taking a group picture. Isn't that a great picture? Yeah, oh man, this was just an awesome day. Just an awesome day. Absolutely. Oh yeah, this is when he got to the stadium. Oh, he's got no game. He's got no ground game in Iowa. He's in trouble. He doesn't have an organization. Look what he's got going on here. Look at this. Look at that crowd. That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, my Lord, these people. Ah, yes. And there he is. Almost as many at the football game as show up at Trump rallies. But, at a Trump rally, you don't just have the stands filled. You have the field filled, too. And I imagine the fake news media, they're like, look, empty field at Trump rally. No, that's where the game is. Here he is. Look at this. The young kids, the young girl here has to be held back by the cops. She wants to see the greatest president ever, Donald Trump. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. The latest polling out of Iowa shows Trump currently has a majority of support there, with 51% ahead of January's caucuses. The next closest candidate is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, trailing in Iowa by 37%. So that means he has what? That means he is at 14, right? So I like, Breitbart. Yeah, so it's DeSantis has dropped down to just 14% support. And they're trying to tell us that not only has Ron DeSantis got a better organization in Iowa, that he can win Iowa and that he is the equal to President Trump. Give me a break. He's at 14 in second place, and Trump is at 51. DeSantis has dropped down to just 14% as his campaign now admits he might not win Iowa. You think? Oh, my goodness. He might not win Iowa. Here in Florida, if we had a recall system like they have in other states, he'd be out. Florida hates Ron DeSantis. MAGA Florida has turned on Ron DeSantis because he lied to us, betrayed us, and we don't trust this snake anymore. DeSantis' campaign, as his campaign now admits, he might not win Iowa. DeSanctimonious' team had previously signaled he needed to win Iowa to keep his long-shot hopes alive. So what are they saying now? Before they were saying he had to win Iowa to keep it going. Now they say he might not win. But Trump might be in jail. And we might give me a break. What a bunch of jerks. But now aides for the Florida governor's struggling 2024 White House bid told Politico this week that if he comes in a strong second, they'll be okay. What's a strong second by their definition, right? What is a strong second? He's at 14, Trump's at 51. DeSantis' team even says they can still win the nomination without winning any states. Now, that's what these jerk-offs are really, this is what they're talking about, okay? They're saying that he may not win any states but still win the nomination. That's DeSantis' team saying that, right? So what are they talking about? They're talking about one of two possibilities. Keeping Trump off the ballot because of all these corrupt Justice Department and Fannie Lewis and all these bad cops that are bringing phony charges against him and keeping him off the ballot using that with corrupt officials in the different states. Or, that's one thing, and their other possibility is a broker convention where Trump wins it, but they're gonna broker it and give it to DeSanctimonious. Listen to this. A DeSantis campaign official says, I don't think there's a single state we have to win. What a bunch of, it's jerks. I like to say something else, but I'm not going to say it quite yet. Trump on Friday night just won the endorsement of South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, whose state borders Iowa. Noem had been considered at one point a possible contender for the 2024 campaign, but decided instead to clearly back Trump. Yeah, she's still going to be in the campaign as the vice president, quite possibly. What a bunch of jerks. I mean, for them to openly say in the DeSantis camp that they do not need to win a single state and DeSantis can still win, what are they? How stupid do they think we are? If they pulled that shit, sorry to use the profanity, guys, but it's pretty upsetting. I'm not going to vote for any Republican on the ballot. It'll be the biggest loss the Republican. It'll be a total sweep for the Democrats, and I know that you guys will join me in that, and we're not going to be the only ones. The MAGA America will not vote for a single Republican if they pull this crap that DeSantis is talking about. What do you guys think about that? I mean, screw these guys. They think this is what they think. This is what these jerks think. With Ron DeSantis, with his short stature, his fat belly, and his fat legs, and Walmart Melania, this is what they think. Well, all these MAGA Republicans, they love Trump, they don't like us, but they're not going to vote for a Democrat because they're for abortion and same-sex marriage and all this stuff. What difference does it make, to quote Hillary Clinton, if we have Democrats running things or these Ron DeSantis uniparty establishment jerks? What difference does it make? We might as well have a 100% Democrat government as opposed to having those jerks if they were successful in that. But that's how stupid they think we are. Well, they'll learn. They'll learn. You'll still have to get a job, DeSantis. So here's another story. This is in the Daily Mail. I like this. Don 1, Ron 0. Trump is surrounded by huge cheering mob as he attends same Iowa football game as DeSantis, who receives a more muted welcome in the bleachers. Former President Trump enjoyed a reception from Iowa football fans as he overshadowed his Republican rivals at the interstate grudge match. Trump was mobbed by fans. And, it's not just fans. These are young college kids. And college kids are typically assumed to be Democrats. And there was no counter-protest at Iowa State or against with students against President Trump, which is really amazing. It's another demo that the Democrats take for granted that they've lost, the young college vote. Trump was mobbed by fans as he entered the stadium at the Iowa versus Iowa State showdown, while his nearest challenger, Ron DeSantis, seemed to be met with a mixed reaction. The game was billed as a significant early moment in the race for the GOP presidential nomination, with the two candidates crossing paths before tens of thousands in the state where voters get the first say in the race by caucus. And, the way the Iowa caucus works, though, they write down on pieces of paper and put things like in a basket and count. It's very strange. Back in 2016, I was watching that on TV. It was insane. After Trump waded through fans, Trump watched from inside a glass box surrounded by Secret Service agents, while DeSantis sat in the bleachers alongside popular Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds. Yeah, well, the two of them can run together and be losers. The dueling appearances come as he spends so much time with Kim Reynolds. Walmart Melania better watch out. Why is DeSantis hanging out with Kim Reynolds all the time? Huh? I don't know. The dueling appearances come as Trump continues to hold a commanding lead in his fight for a second and non-consecutive term, where he holds 52.7% of support among Republican voters, compared to Ron DeSantis' modest 13.3%, according to 538's poll. So President Trump is at 52.7. Ron DeSantis is at 13.3. How is that a competition? With that kind of spread, do you think that's really a competition, guys? Doesn't sound like one to me. Before his grandstand entrance, President Trump made a stop at the Iowa State University frat house where he flipped burgers and signed footballs for students. I noticed he only signed one football, and then he tossed that over. I don't know who got it. So here's Trump. Look at that. You can't even see him. That's his hand. That's his arm. Totally cut. Look at all this. People loving to meet him, and here's DeSantis. That's like if I went to the game and I'm sitting in the stands next to one of you guys, right? Oh, my God. And he looks so happy, doesn't he? With that stupid, I hate that vest thing guys are doing. I do not like this vest look that guys are doing. It's too uniformy and it's too dorky. It's not my thing. But here you got now, who's got the ground game in Iowa? The greatest president ever, Donald Trump, who has so many people he's lost in the crowd, or Ron DeSantis here? And here he is, up in the box. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Giving him the thumbs up. Thumbs up, Mr. President. That's right. Before the game got started, Ron DeSantis joined tailgates outside the stadium for both the Iowa and Iowa State universities, while Trump opted for an extremely public showing by wading through the masses. Yeah, see, DeSantis can't go through the masses. You know why he can't go through the masses? They won't know who he is. He'll be walking around, and nobody will know who he is. Huh? Nobody will know who he is. And the few that do will boo him. Ron DeSantis was joined by Governor Reynolds, who was yet to make an endorsement in the race, but has made numerous appearances with the Florida governor in Iowa in recent weeks. When asked who he was rooting for, Ron DeSantis said he wasn't going to do anything to upset Reynolds, an Iowa State graduate. So he can't even take a position on that. His campaign says it has visited more than half the state's 99 counties since he launched his candidacy. They had 99 counties in Iowa? What the heck? You got enough? We've got 67 in Florida. 99. How big is Iowa? How small are these counties? So I want you to think about this. He's been to half of the state's 99 counties. He's at 13, and Trump's over 50%. What does that tell you? Okay. His campaign says he's visited more than half of the state's 99 counties since he launched his candidacy, while Trump has made just 5 visits to Iowa. I bet you in his 5 visits, he's encountered more people at his events than Ron has at his over 45 visits and appearances. What do you guys think? Saturday's clash between the campaigns is the second time in a month after they squared off at the Iowa State Fair. And that was beautiful. At the Iowa State Fair, everywhere Ron DeSantis went, he got booed, which was a wonderful thing. Yeah. In a repeat of Trump's warm Iowa football reception, he also overshadowed his rivals at the fair in a show of strength as his polling lead stretched further ahead. There he is, President Trump. Oh, here's some guy. One guy wants to take a selfie. Ron DeSantis he's all excited. Oh, yes. Oh, somebody wants my picture. Here's a couple other people. Yeah. You think if I saw DeSantis and wanted to take a selfie with him, do you think he would ask me to remove my hat? What do you guys think? I don't know. Yeah, there's Trump when he came out of the fraternity house. This was beautiful. Look at that. That's absolutely amazing. They love him there. Isn't that something? Look at that. Look, they're going nuts in a fraternity. I have never seen a president of the United States do something like that. You know what? I've never seen a candidate do that. Even these nobody candidates go to a fraternity house like that and have such a cool... He went to a fraternity party, a fraternity house party. It's like Animal House over there. I've never seen a candidate do that, never seen a president do that, and have such a warm reception. Oh, man, if you're new to my channel... Make sure that you subscribe. This is the most MAGA place you'll find anywhere, and you will love my content. By the way, those of you that are members to my YouTube channel here, of course, there's a lot of exclusive content for members. Yesterday, I put up a behind-the-scenes video showing you my studio here and showing you what I see, what it looks like behind the scenes. So you members, go check that video out. And if you become a member, you get access to that and all the other exclusive content, including... you get your name in a fancy color to stand out in the chat if you're a member, and you get access to all the member-only emojis. So if you members could show everyone the emojis, including the new one my wife made recently of the great President Trump's mugshot. Yes, MAGA for Life is one of the member emojis. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, guys. So become a member, guys. It's only $5. While President Biden is looking to have a clean run at the Democrat nomination after Robert F. Kennedy's candidacy has floundered in recent weeks. Who says that? Why? Because the media aren't covering it? Yes, Bruce Wayne. There's a bunch of the member emojis. Absolutely. The Tucker emoji. That's right. The Marjorie Taylor Greene emoji. That's right. We'll add more. YouTube only allows a certain number of emojis, so if we add an emoji, we've got to remove an emoji at this point. We have the max number of emojis they'll give us right now. And those are all new and updated, so I like those. Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s campaign hasn't floundered. The media are just not covering it, so they're telling us it's floundering because they're not covering it. Back in February, polls showed Ron DeSantis had all but closed the gap on Trump, with one poll showing him reaching 38.8% support to the former president's 40.8%. And then Ron DeSantis started campaigning throughout Iowa, and for some reason, people don't like him. You know, he's weird, the fake laughs and everything. I don't know what it is, but there's something about Ron DeSantis that when he goes to these events in Iowa, and in other states too, not just Iowa, people do not like him. And the more appearances he makes, the lower his polls go. Despite being almost 40 points behind, Ron DeSantis was seen shaking hands and taking selfies with numerous fans. DeSantis and Reynolds were joined by Carson King, the Iowa native that started a foundation to raise money for the University of Iowa Steed Families Children's Hospital by asking for beer money with a funny sign. Okay. DeSantis told reporters they were having a good time and said it's quite an atmosphere, probably a little bit more civilized than the Florida-Georgia game. And then here's a good MAGA guy. Here's Ron DeSanctimonious, and this is not Walmart Melania. This is Governor Reynolds. And then this guy here told DeSantis what we're all thinking and gave him the finger. Isn't that lovely? As expected, with tens of thousands of voters packed into the stadium, both candidates were met with varying reactions, with one DeSantis selfie showing a disgruntled attendee flipping the bird behind him. He's not disgruntled. He's having a great time. That guy back there, he's just like, he's just loving it. I think it's hilarious. Does he look disgruntled, that guy? Yeah. No, I don't see any videos of people cheering DeSantis. Here's Trump flipping burgers. Look at that. Look at that. And look how he throws the football. You know how hard it is to throw a football in a suit and a jacket and a tie? Plus, he's got a vest on. And, President Trump's suits are Kevlar as well. This guy, he's got body armor on, and he's throwing footballs like a pro. That's absolutely amazing. Two other Republican presidential hopefuls, North Dakota Governor Don Berg. That guy, if that guy walked into my house, I wouldn't know who he was. Hutchinson also appeared at the game, blah, blah, blah. Hutchinson told reporters he was rooting for the underdog. Who's that, himself? I'm an underdog, and I want underdogs to win. This was similarly seen with the reception Trump received as the cheering crowd was interspersed with boos and heckles as he moved through the rabble. His view from the glass box, where he remained in full view of thousands throughout the game, also saw voters both cheer and wave at him, while others showed their distaste. I didn't see too much distaste, did you? Trump's dominance in the field in Iowa, where varying polls show him with a 25-point-plus lead in the state, led to Sanctimonious's campaign to admit this week they would be satisfied with a strong second-place showing. Now, see, this is what's going to happen. When the caucus happens, the caucus results, they never are what the poll results are, right? So Trump's still going to win, but the numbers will be a little closer. And the reason that'll be is because some people will show up and say, I'm not going to waste my vote on Ramaswamy. Soros paid for his college. He's a creep, or Hutchinson, or these people. So they might vote some of these never Trumpers who were planning on voting for someone else may vote for DeSantis, and they're going to say, "Well, we were polling at 13, but we came out at whatever number, so that's a strong lead, and we're going to continue." It's all wishful thinking. Let's see. Ron DeSantis' campaign added that their goal is to whittle the contest down to a two-horse race in the coming months, with 8 other candidates fighting for the nomination, seen as splitting the non-Trump electorate. But he's still over 50%. So if everyone on the other side joined forces behind DeSantis, he's still way, way ahead. Earlier in the day, Trump stopped by the Alpha Gamma Rho Agricultural Fraternity House at the Iowa State University to greet a younger audience, where he flipped burgers and signed footballs before throwing them into the crowd. Fraternity members channeled Donald as the president made another popular appearance in the first ever nation voting state. That's that story. I mean, everything here is just awesome, and it's good. I'm gonna go in the other room and see if I can find our stray cat. You guys haven't seen her in a couple weeks. Let me see if I can find Luna, and I'll come back and show her to you guys. Hold on. Luna. I saw her stick her head in. You know where Luna is? Kathy? Let me see if I can find her. Luna! Oh, well. We'll have to get her later, guys. I can't find her. I'll find her later. She was up late last night. I'll find her later and show her to you guys if I can. I mean, you're looking at this cover. By the way, the Daily Mail that I just read from is liberal. So even in the liberal coverage, it's all very pro-Trump because, well, Katz. She's sleeping somewhere. But we'll see if she comes. I'll check it back again in a few minutes. So here's Fox. This is Fox Sports. Fox, they hate Trump. So let's see what they have to say. This is Fox. Donald Trump is the big man on campus. The president attending Saturday's Iowa State game, but he had to turn back the clock to the college days before the contest. The game kicked off at 3:30, so before the game, Trump had some time to pay a visit to Iowa people. This is a very strange article. There he is, throwing the football like the boss, like a pro. Trump was spotted flipping some burgers at a tailgate with some fans. There were so many fans that showed up, they had to kick people out and rope off the streets, and there were people lined as far as the eye could see, okay? Some fans? You mean like every kid in fraternity row was there and the sorority girls too? Every fraternity and sorority member on campus was there. Some fans. Fox News. This is why they're losing. Oh, hold on. I think I saw her walk by. Hold on. Let me see. I think I saw her walk by. Hold on, guys. Let me see. It's okay. I got her. Hold on, guys. Here she is, Luna. Hasn't she gotten big? This is our stray cat. We've had her, I don't know how long we've had her. 2 months now, about. And she was so skinny when we got her. And she's doing great. We got her an air tag with her name on it so we can track her. And got her name on the air. Any of you do that for your pets? We had one for our other cat, too. And Luna, say hello to everybody on YouTube. You're famous. I know. She doesn't know what's going on. I woke her up. Yeah. Say hi, Luna. Yeah, we've had her about 2 months. Yeah, yes. See? Okay. All right, Luna. All right, you go. All right, go have fun. Okay. All right, there she goes. She's a good cat. She really took to us. I was a little... I've never had a stray before. So when we first brought her home, we didn't see her for a while, and I was afraid we weren't going to see her for like 6 months. But she's bonded with us, and she's doing well. All right, let's get back to this. Let's see here. Trump was spotted flipping some burgers at a tailgate with some fans. Yeah, this looks like some fans. People as far as the eye can see, all right? Upon entering the stadium, a crowd gathered around him, chanting USA. There we're with that again. Some more fans. And you notice how they use the word fans, right? As opposed to supporters. This is what... these Trump haters, these Trump deranged, they don't want to say supporters, they say fans because, remember they used to say this in 2016? Oh, they're just there to see the celebrity. They don't really support him to be president. They just want to see the celebrity. I don't think so. Before the game, Trump was hit with a 4 more years chant. He also visited the Alpha Gamma Rho agricultural fraternity. Just some fans. Look at that. Some fans. This is as far as the eye can see. These people are just sick. These people in the media are just sickos, okay? These are the football. I only saw him sign one, and then he threw it. Whoever caught that football has a real collectible. And then he threw the rest, but he didn't sign the rest. We're thrilled to invite Donald J. Trump to the Iowa versus Iowa State football game this weekend, said Trump's former acting attorney general, Matt Whitaker, in a press release. According to the Des Moines Register, President Trump attended this game in 2015 and remembers the incredible passion and electricity of the fans. I know, just some fans, as far as the eye can see. Yeah, it's called America. Oh, my goodness. As a former Cyclones wide receiver, Jack Whitver, the Iowa Senate Majority Leader, also commented on Trump's heading to the Hawkeye State. Tens of thousands of Iowans will gather to tailgate and cheer on their favorite team. He said, I'm proud to have President Trump witness the greatest rivalry in college sports. I don't know if it's the greatest, but it's a big one. Then they throw this in. Trump recently pleaded guilty, blah, blah, blah. Look at this. Here he is with some more fans. And, you know, as I was talking about earlier, this is huge, okay? This is huge. These are young people. These are college students. This is the, you know, this is a demo that the Democrats have taken for granted. Young people, college kids. And now college kids are MAGA. They're Republican because Donald Trump is cool and successful. And, you know, they're thinking about when they get out of college and have to get jobs. You know, how are you going to get a job with this senile old coot that takes bribes? And that's that on that article. But that's just great news, and everything's going well, and things could not be going better for Trump and MAGA. I mean, this was just a great weekend. I mean, if you go all the way back to Friday, I mean, look what we had. We had that great rally in South Dakota, which was just amazing. Just a miraculous rally in South Dakota. And then we had on Saturday this great event in Iowa. It was just a MAGA weekend. Hey, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brother Brian, IB.
Hey, IB, what's up? Doing all right. What's up, man?
Just one comment. But you remember I had a phrase, the Pied Piper, and what happened when the Pied Piper comes to town?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that story? You should tell the audience that.
Well, why don't you tell?
Well, you just illustrated it. The people, as far as the eye can see, it's like looking at the ocean, and then you only see the horizon.
Yep.
So the Pied Piper plays his pipe, and he helps all the kids get out of Dodge, get out of town because of the bad people. So all of these people, everyone you're seeing, like he says, these young kids, the college kids, all of these people, for as far as the eye can see, reminds me when you encouraged me to go to the 2019 Trump the Sunrise musical. I still call it that, not the BB&T. And and I said it was just a sea of red, just a sea. I even ate some Spanish food, took a little nap. Woke up, and I took my bicycle, by the way, because I know how hectic the traffic is there. Yeah. I took a nap, woke up, and there was still people coming. A sea of red.
That's
the
right.
Pied Piper.
That's right. All right. That's good. All right. Appreciate the call. IB, you're all welcome to call in, by the way. It's toll free, 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. Now, I want to share this video. I shared this on yesterday's stream, but I want to share it again. The great Mike Lindell, and of course there's great discounts, up to 80% off MyPillow products at MyPillow.com with my promo code Kane at checkout. Now this is just is hilarious. Okay, I cannot play this on the radio because of the language. This is Mike Lindell in March. He's in a deposition in this lawsuit, and the attorneys for the side suing him are talking to him about complaints he gets at MyPillow. And the guy refers to getting complaints about the MyPillow being lumpy, which, of course, you know, you guys that have MyPillows know that MyPillow is the most perfect pillow you've ever slept on. If you haven't slept on a MyPillow, you have not had a good night's sleep in your entire life until you've slept on a MyPillow. And when this attorney for the other side refers to the MyPillow as a lumpy pillow, well, that triggers Mike Lindell because he's very proud of his invention. You know, he invented that fill inside the MyPillow. He's the Thomas Edison of sleep, the inventor of the MyPillow, and you attack his incredible invention, which I sleep on every night, the MyPillow, and it triggers him. Watch this.
Okay, and I'm not asking about the lumpy pillow calls.
No, they're not lumpy pillows. That's not what they call on. Okay? When you say lumpy pillows, now you're an asshole. You got that?
I love it. This doesn't get old. This does not get old. I mean, I can play this on the radio with all the bleeps, but I don't think it'll have the same impact. Yeah, I know, it is beautiful. I'm going to play the whole thing, though, uninterrupted now. I love this.
Okay, and I'm not asking about the lumpy pillow calls.
No, they're not lumpy pillows. That's not what they call on. Okay? That when you say lumpy pillows, now you're an asshole. You got that? You're an asshole, is what you are. No, he's an asshole.
His lawyer, Mike Lindell's lawyers try, Mike, calm down, pipe down. He's like, no, he's an asshole.
Okay, and I'm not asking about the lumpy pillow calls.
No, they're not lumpy pillows. That's not what they call on. Okay? That when you say lumpy pillows, now you're an asshole. You got that? You're an asshole, is what you are. No, he's an asshole. No, he's an ambulance chasing asshole. That's what you are. The lumpy pillows, kiss my ass. Put that in your book. No, they answer anything, any problem customer that wants to reach Mike Lindell. Those are the ones. I want to talk to Mike Lindell. I want to talk to Mike Lindell. They send them to here and they go, or they call about maybe they didn't get their pillow on time because of the FedEx or whatever. Well, we'll cover them even though it could be somebody else's fault. Nobody called because of a lumpy pillow. But good one, though.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
What I'm saying
Obviously, you don't have a My Pillow, too. You don't, do you?
What I'm saying is, Mr. Lindell.
Asshole.
I know, isn't that awesome? He should give him, next time he goes in for a deposition, he should take the My Pillow with him. And, with my promo code Kane at checkout, Kane, there's just incredible deals. Including right now on the limited edition 20th anniversary My Pillow. The cover of the 20th anniversary My Pillow is with the Giza cotton, which is, that the sheets are made out of, and it's just $19.98, normally $69.98 for the queen size with my promo code Kane. The king size just $29.98. That one's usually $79.98. You could get a good picture. See, that's the Giza cotton, and this is the corded piping on the side. It's a luxury My Pillow. And of course, the My Pillow 2.0 with cooling technology, my wife and I, we have these as well. That's buy one, get one free. Now, inside the My Pillow 2.0, it has that same patented fill that's in all the My Pillows, but the cover is made out of this new material that Mike Lindell developed that has cooling technology that keeps your head, face, neck, the perfect temperature all night long. You'll never flip the pillow over again looking for the cool side. It's just a great pillow. I've had mine since February, and that's buy one, get one free with our promo code Kane at checkout. So, you can take advantage of all the specials at mypillow.com with my promo code Kane at checkout, not just the ones that I talk about, but that deposition. Hey, listen, he's proud of the My Pillow, and you know what? He should be proud of the My Pillow because it's awesome, it's great, and it'll give you the best night's sleep you have ever had. So Trump just had a great time, and I saw this on Libs of TikTok. Look at this. This is a school in California. So there's the flag of the United States in front of the school, the California state flag, and then underneath they have, this is not the gay pride flag. This, I believe, is the transgender pride flag. It's got this here, this thing here signifies transgender. Why do they have a transgender pride flag on a flag pole in front of a school? I mean, what is the point of that? And is that appropriate? This is something that we've come to realize a lot over the last year or two is that the entire teaching profession has been, yes, Mike Lindell is one of our member-only emojis, guys. So if you're a member, you got access to the Mike Lindell emoji. In the last year or two since the schools opened back up, after all the lockdowns and shutdowns and all that stuff, and we started seeing inside these classrooms, we started seeing that our teaching profession has been taken over by lunatic activists that are mental patients that have all kinds of dysfunctions and perversions going on. And, all this talk lately about Obama's sexuality, You know, these younger school teachers are school teachers that grew up during Obama's 8 years in the White House, and Obama, who brought a lot of gay activists into the Department of Education and other parts of the government, they've been recruiting gay activist school teachers for quite some time, and they've infiltrated our schools from sea to shining sea. And really what we can do about this to be effective, I mean, obviously we got to call it out and talk about it when this nonsense happens, like this flag in front of this school. By the way, that's flag with an L. Is, you know, we've got to start recruiting MAGA college students to be school teachers. You know, these kids at Iowa State University, I imagine a lot of them are studying agriculture. I'm guessing, I don't know, because it's Iowa. But we need to recruit MAGA college students to go into the teaching profession of all levels, from pre-K through high school, and get our school classrooms and the administrative positions filled with, like, normal people. You know what I mean? And that's how we're going to end this. You know, combating it like we're doing has some impact when you put the spotlight on it, but it's still happening, and it's going to continue to happen unless we get real normal people that are sane and know what being a school teacher is all about. And I got to tell you, having a transgender pride flag on a flag pole in front of a public school, I mean, what the hell is that all about? How could you even justify that? But that's how far gone the schools have gotten. And if you want to do something about it, that's what we can do. You know, because conservatives, you know, conservatives just recruit, for the most part, to be business people, be entrepreneurs, and that's a good thing. But we've ignored the public sector. You know, a lot of the problems we have in this country are from government workers, because government workers control the machinery of government, the VA, the education system, the bureaucracy in Washington, D.C., and we really need to start recruiting people from our movement to get involved as government workers instead of looking down upon it. Become employees at the Department of Education, at the DMV, you know, and all these different places, and take the VA, to take all these agencies back with, like, Americans that aren't crazy activists, you know, and that's how we'll win this. Now, this is a topic I may not talk about too much. It involves celebrities, but I want to mention this. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are about to be canceled because they wrote some letters that actor that's going to prison forever for rape from that 70s show was a good guy. They wrote these character defense letters to the court. And Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are being canceled on Twitter right now. And it's an interesting thing. I haven't heard anybody pick up on this. Do you know how Twitter became the big thing? When Twitter was new, it wasn't all that big, but do you guys know how it became big? When I say it, a lot of you remember. Ashton Kutcher made Twitter big. He was the first celebrity to get involved in Twitter, and he had this running thing. He wanted to be the first person to have 1 million followers on Twitter. And he spent an entire year, I don't know if he was paid by Twitter, maybe he was, but he spent about an entire year doing nothing but promoting Twitter. So Ashton Kutcher, he is being canceled by the very platform that he's responsible for making a big thing. He's almost like the George Washington of Twitter in many ways, and now it's being used against him. And I'm really surprised that people haven't picked up on that aspect of it too much. I find it, you know, a little ironic. Now, of course, President Trump looked like the boss at Iowa, throwing the football, right, cooking the burgers on the grill and all that stuff. And then Willie Brown's girlfriend, Kamala Harris, went to a party to celebrate the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. And look at her. She looks like, does she look presidential to you? First off, what is she wearing? And can she dance? I don't know. She looks kind of foolish up there dancing. You know, and you know, when you watch this this video, she's in her element. She looks intoxicated, and I guess that's when she's having her best time, when she's drunk, you know. and everything else. I wanted to play this yesterday, and I forgot. Let me see if I can pull this up. Oh, yeah, okay. This was, I meant to play this on yesterday's stream. This is Right Side Broadcasting, and this was the line to get into the Trump speech in South Dakota. This was like 6-7 hours before President Trump showed up. So this girl, I don't know her name. She's very good. She's on Right Side Broadcasting. She's going to go up to this guy in the Hawaiian shirt and talk about Trump. Watch this.
I'm going to interview you. What's your name?
Hey, I'm great tonight.
I know. You know, some people say it's Trump-tastic. Are you Trump-tastic?
I am Trump-tastic. I tell you what, the next president of the United States.
Your hat says, I stand with Trump.
You bet I do. I'd vote for that guy if he's in prison.
So would I.
Where he's at, I'll vote for that guy.
You and me.
Oh, man. So I would vote for that guy even if he's in prison. And so would I, and so would you guys, right? And, I mean, this is, you got to wonder, how do they process this in the Uniparty, in the Ron DeSantis movement, and all these other, how do they process that even if he's in prison, we'll vote for him? This is counter to pretty much everything that they think we believe in, right? Because they don't, these rhinos, we say Republican in name only, which means they're fake Republicans. And since they're fake Republicans, they don't know how Republicans really think and feel. They just have this stereotype composite that they think we are like, and they think we're law and order, so he's facing charges, he's in prison, we won't vote for him. No, that's not the case. We know what's going on, okay? We know what is going on. These are outlaw prosecutors, both federal and locally. These are bad cops. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't commit any crimes. And they've turned him into a political prisoner. And we're smart enough to understand that. And that's why when they do all of these things, it does nothing but make us stronger as a movement and make him more popular as a candidate. And when I saw that guy on Right Side Broadcasting Friday afternoon, I was like, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm so glad. And, it's so, one of the things about the MAGA movement that's really interesting and amazing is no matter what they do, we embrace it, right? Basket of deplorables. So we're deplorables. Listless vessels, like DeSantis is new. We're listless vessels now. They arrest and get a mugshot of our great President Trump. We embrace. I'll vote for him in jail. And people wearing the mugshots behind Trump at the South Dakota speech, and he's like, "Hey, nice shirt," and all this stuff. We embrace everything they think they bring up to tear us down and to divide us. And the MAGA movement, and President Trump said we're the greatest political movement ever in the history of this country. He said Friday. That's true. That's true. But I also think we're the most united political movement in the history of this country. No matter what they say or do, we are united together as one in the MAGA movement. And it's absolutely amazing. Now, the Democrats, on the other hand, are having a big, tough time. Now, this guy here is from the Young Turks, okay? And this guy, he's the founder of the Young Turks. And he's calling out Joe Biden, saying Biden's putting ego before country. So, when President Trump says, say what you want about the Democrats, they always stick together. That used to be the case. But the Democrats are no longer sticking together. The Democrats are more divided than we've ever seen them, and they're as divided as you can possibly be. In fact, they're so divided, Robert Kennedy Jr., a third-party candidacy for the left, is a true possibility in this race. But I have never seen the Democrat liberal media go after their Democrat president ever like this. Remember the days of Clinton? Clinton's being accused of rape and sexually assaulting and beating women up. And they say, well, that's in his personal life. That's between him and his wife. He's doing a good job as president. We like him. No matter what, they always defend, but not now. And it's not just the insiders in Washington. It's the media, the CNN, now the Young Turks. The Young Turks never been a Democrat they wouldn't support. And now you've got the Young Turks dropping Joe Biden like nobody's business. You know? And that's awesome. That is awesome. So I think we are positioned in the MAGA movement better than we have ever been positioned before. In fact, this is the strongest and most popular we've been, and our momentum is still gaining each and every day because so much is happening. We've got momentum on our side, but the Democrats, they're going down and down and down and down and down every day. They're becoming more and more divided. In fact, it's becoming a trend inside liberal media and liberal influencers to trash Biden. It's becoming like a thing now. And it's becoming more and more commonplace. Never seen anything like it. It is historic in nature, which makes us stronger. The more divided they are, the more our united front benefits us. And it's a good thing. Now, this evening, my wife Kathy and I will have a new podcast, guys. So look for that. You know, the Brian Craig Show podcast, I do upload it on my YouTube channel here. And, of course, my podcast is available on all podcast platforms. Just search for the Brian Craig Show podcast. And over 10 years of podcasts are up there. In fact, if you want to when you listen to the most recent episodes, you could always go back to 2015 from the moment President Trump announced that he was running for president, the day he came down from the escalator, and listen to the whole campaign from 2016 and relive his great campaign and first term. You can binge that on my podcast too. But we'll have a new podcast episode later today. My wife's doing better. She's still recovering from her surgery, but she's doing better, which is good. But she's still recovering. She's not 100% yet. And all of you that have reached out and sent your well wishes and prayers and asked about her and everything, I do appreciate that, as does Kathy. And also remember, those of you that are members to the channel, I uploaded a brand new members-only video, which is a behind-the-scenes video of my studio here. You get to see the studio that I'm in now and what I see while I'm live streaming from it, and that's exclusive just to members. So if you become a member, you get access not just to that, but to all the past member-only content, plus the members-exclusive emojis, and you get your name in a different color so you stand out in the chat. But that video yesterday, you get to see what I see on the while I'm live streaming. You get to see what's behind me and what's next to me and everything else. I show the whole thing, and it's available just to members of my YouTube channel. So check that out, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to run, but I will see you later on the podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe. My name's Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. I'll see you on the podcast later today.